in the U.S., 1 in 3 women experiences violence by an intimate partner. In 1977, Casa was founded as an attempt to deliver solutions to this situation. Today, Casa is Boston's largest provider of shelter and supportive services to survivors of domestic violence, each year supporting more than 1,000 survivors and their children. As a way to continue to raise awareness, Casa will host Make It Your Business with special guest Governor Charlie Baker. In the studio today, we've invited Saritin Rizzuto. She is of the event's main sponsor, Metro Credit Union, and Saritin is also one of the organizers of this event. Also with us today is Raquel Rosenblatt. She's Director of Communications for Casa. And lastly, but not least, one of the business leaders who's committed to educating his fellow members of his community, Jose Masso, who also serves as Director of Community Relations for Massport. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in, everyone. Raquel, let me start with you. Just give our viewers a little background on Casa. I understand it's been doing really a lot of great work for many years now.
Thank you. We have. We're Boston's leading provider of intervention, awareness, and prevention services, helping domestic violence survivors and others in the community. We operate 3 shelters for survivors and their children, and we provide all sorts of other services to help them become self-sufficient. And we also operate SafeLink, which is the only statewide 24/7 domestic violence hotline in Massachusetts.
Wow. Okay, now, Saritin, tell me how you and Metro Credit Union became involved with helping Casa.
Well, Metro Credit Union is proud to be part of this initiative. In fact, this is one of many ways in which we engage members of the business community to support common causes like domestic violence, amongst others. And we started the event last year. Mayor Martin Walsh was our keynote speaker. This year, we're partnering with Governor Charlie Baker, who's going to be speaking at the event. And the goal is mainly to focus on engaging the business community and bringing together policymakers to educate about domestic violence in the workforce.
Jose Masso, I guess, is a prominent member of the community. Why is it so important for business leaders, especially men, to be involved in this?
Well, first and foremost, Byron, I think gender violence and domestic violence are not segmented. They're not just a problem for one segment of society. It affects all of us, and it affects the folks in the public sector, folks who are in cultural sectors, folks who are in social sectors, and people who are in the private sector. And it's incumbent upon all of us, regardless of what sector we work in, to be part of the solution. And if we're going to be part of the solution, therefore, it means that we have to lean in whatever way we can. So on the one side, we may expect that the policymakers, i.e., the governor, the mayor, may be the leaders in setting policy and then enacting what are the ways in which we deal with these issues through justice system and things of that nature and the services that are provided by community-based organizations. But it's important for other sectors, and in particular in the private sector, to lean in as well, not only with financial support, such as what's happening for the breakfast, but also as part of the solution. So that means that they have to become understanding of what these issues are and how it impacts their bottom line at the end of the day. Because regardless if they believe it has to do with somebody else, if they have an employee, woman, who is a victim of gender violence or domestic violence, if they have an employee, a man, who is a perpetrator of this, that's going to affect their bottom line, because one way or another, these folks are not going to produce at the level you want them to produce what it is that you're asking them to do. And it's going to affect their bottom line, because if their clientele is impacted, and you know how competition is today in the business society.
That's right. Every
dollar counts, and you don't want to lose a dollar because this woman or this man is out of circulation to be able to use your service or buy your product. So therefore, the business community is an important, integral part of being part of the solution, so it's society-wide, not just one segment of society taking care of the issue.
Raquel, what about that? What is it like to see that kind of support from the business community, from men as well?
It's fantastic. Business leaders really care about the safety and well-being of their employees. They want to make sure that their employees are productive at home and in the workplace, and they're committed to learning more about intimate partner violence and what they can do to support their employees and help prevent it.
Okay. Now, Saritin, talk to me about this year's event. I guess we can put up some information on the screen. We've got about the event. Viewers can jot down some of the information. Talk to me about what viewers can expect.
I'm very excited. It's going to be an excellent event. Based on last year's experience, everybody was very enthusiastic, engaged. We were able to get some partners that resulted from that event. We are very happy to have Massport on board. They've been a longtime supporter, not only of the cause in general, but of Casa Myrna, and we're very happy to have Jose with us here today. But the event is basically going to be Charlie Baker will be speaking, as obviously as our guest, and then there's going to be a part that's going to be business recognition portion, where we're going to recognize 3 members of the business community that have gone above and beyond to make sure that they've done everything in their power to create awareness about this cause and other causes in the community.
Jose, I guess in some communities, the issue of domestic violence, is that still sort of taboo to discuss in certain cultures?
Well, I think the issue is one that merits a conversation from all of us. I think what we will find is that regardless of the issue, where we come from to the issue is what needs to be addressed. And so that many communities come with certain baggage, and I'm not using the word baggage in a negative way, meaning that we come with a set of values and traditions and ways of doing things that have been taught to us through generations, through our family, through community, through organizations, through our schooling, through just society in general. And that in a moment in time, we need to inspect this baggage and see what is it of this baggage that works and that is positive, and what is it that is negative. And so that being said, as a Latino male, it's important, my being a father, being a son of a woman, being a father of 2 beautiful women, being the husband of a beautiful woman, being the grandfather of beautiful granddaughters, I cherish these women. And I respect them and love them. So my expectation is that other men, regardless of what their cultural background is, would do the same, that they would cherish and love the women that they do so as I do. And that they would then therefore respect my women, and I don't use the word mine like I own them, but the women who are important in my life by being loving and caring and respectful. And so the cultural issue then is so that all of us understand that we have to be loving and respectful to all genders, and women in particular are important in our lives if we value them. Therefore, our culture should value them as well in how we act as men.
Now, Raquel, I guess talk to me about what you're hoping this. How are you hoping this event will help Casa Myrna, will help your cause? What are you hoping?
We hope that the business leaders who come and others who will continue to learn about Casa Myrna will gain some knowledge and be able to better support their employees, and also become leaders more in this regard to prevent domestic violence. Casa Myrna right now is very committed to increasing our prevention efforts, especially in younger populations of teens and even younger people. And it starts with education, and business leaders are really excited to learn how they can be a part of that.
Okay, and Saritin, I guess I'll give you the last word here. Sponsorships, tickets are still available. Where can viewers get them?
People can visit the Casa Myrna website and they can learn about sponsorships. We are only selling 100 tickets, so people need to get their tickets now. We have a list of supporters, but we're still hoping to get some more sponsors for this event in order for Casa Myrna to be able to do the great work that they do. There's fundings required, so we would really appreciate more sponsors. We are very grateful of the New Market Business Association for their partnership. Sue Sullivan has been instrumental in getting the word across amongst the business community, and we're hoping that we're going to have an excellent turnout financially as well as.
Okay, well, good luck, and I hope it turns out to be a great event. And thanks for all the great work you've been doing, Raquel Rosenblatt, Saritin Rizzuto, and Jose Masso. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Byron.
Thank you.
Okay, when we return, we will learn about one of the most important steps in the gender transformation process right here in Urban Update. Stay with us. We'll be right back.